This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe, anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote the
All
scripts.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Oh, welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 277. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
Yay! Jim's not here this week.
No,
No, he's too good for us this
he had a
week.
sports contest to go watch.
Ooh, sports guy. Professional cornhole?
No.
Oh, I was on a business trip a couple weeks ago, and we were at the local bar, or local brewery, and my coworkers and I were quite impressed that there is a professional cornhole league. And we were more impressed, or shocked, I guess, that they didn't make it in the hole every single time.
I know. I must have been flipping channels a week or so, 2 weeks ago.
You may have watched the same thing I did.
It might have been, and these guys were throwing, and I went, for these guys to be the best of the best, they're really not doing that well.
No, and the women kicked their ass.
I only saw like the last round, so I didn't see anything else.
So they're not on the level of darters,
No.
professional
The-
darters.
yeah,
no.
where you can get 180
Yeah.
every throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting because when I was looking, or when we were watching it, there was like three of us from my work. We were at the bar watching it, and then there was like six other people at the bar, and nobody knew each other except for us. And then it started as the night went on. Everybody really got into this whole thing about the cornhole, and everybody's like, "These guys are horrible! Like, what is going on here?"
It brought you all together.
It did bring us all together. And then somebody said something about a podcast. And,
And you said, that's not me.
no, one of my coworkers goes, this asshole over here has a podcast. And I was like, how you doing? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I think that person listened. So we moved up by one. So that was good. That
We
was
have
good.
one additional listener.
So
Thank
your
you.
business trip paid off.
Sure it did. It was 2 nights without kids. Yes, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. But anyway, so welcome everybody. We are here this week. Excited because Game of Thrones showed another episode this week, Jeff.
It did.
Ooh, dog.
I watched it.
How was it?
It was great.
Better than first episode?
No.
I heard there was a lot of sex.
Oh, man. I've got 3 things I need to talk
Was there a
about.
lot of sex or just one sex?
There was just one sex. A lot of allusions to other sex, but only one sex.
Please, explain. Daenerys?
No.
Nope.
But I can talk about Daenerys for a second. The first 2 episodes, if you are a listener and watcher of Game of Thrones, they're making Daenerys out to be a bad guy.
They're making it look like she's going to be a bad guy.
They're making it look like it, or you think they're making her look like, or making her become a bad guy in order to throw
Is she the
plot
white-haired
twists?
woman?
Yes.
Yeah,
Who's
she's the
Cersei?
white-haired hot chick.
Who's Xerxes?
Yes.
Xerxes is the blonde but not white-haired.
Okay. Is she the good guy?
She could be technically
Xerxes is the bad guy.
Oh, okay.
red hair, red short hair, maybe, but not as red as Sansa.
Oh, is that Dark Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is she as bad of an actress in that as she is in X-Men?
Yes.
Because in X-Men, she's horrible. She is horrible.
She's got a lot of plain delivery.
The biggest difference is she's allowed to have an English accent on Game of Thrones, or she's playing an American in
America.
So trying to cover up her accent is makes it worse in the X-Men, but it's still not good.
Let me ask you this. I'll let you guys get back to Game of Thrones. Are you excited about Dark Phoenix at all? Did you see the trailer?
I did not see the trailer,
You should see the new trailer. I'll show it to you after the show.
or I'll just wait till the movie comes out and make my own decision based on
It
the
looks
movie.
Age of Apocalypse bad. And it kind of looks like, what's the X-Men third one that they did?
Time Travelers.
No,
No, before the Time
travel.
Travelers.
X-Men go back into time.
No, that was before the time traveling.
It was before.
X-Men reboot. Back
No,
into
it's
time?
It's before the reboot,
It's
actually.
the X-Men. We should reboot it after we do this movie
Because it's so bad.
The
But-
Last Stand.
yes.
The Last Stand before we reboot and go back in time.
Yes.
Here's the issue. It looks like it's a remake of The Last Stand. And I'm like, why are you remaking this?
No, well, they tried to tell the Dark Phoenix saga in The Last Stand,
They failed.
and they did miserable. So this
And they
will be
was-
better than The Last
They
Stand.
still brought back the same guy. Simon Kingberg, or whatever his name is.
He didn't direct it.
No, but he was one of the producers, and he's producing this one.
See, the problem that they keep forgetting is, like, when you take a comic strip, or I'm sorry, comic book that took like 5 years worth of build up to the storyline, and you try to tell that story in just 2 hours.
120 minutes.
Batman v Superman did a great job with that.
Did you see a different Batman v Superman than I did?
Oh, I read the book. Sorry. Never mind. My bad. Why is he mad at him? I don't know. Do they have the same mom? I think so. Martha? Maybe?
No, I saw the trailer. Is it the one that features Quicksilver? Is that the
Yeah.
speedy, flashy guy? I know that was at least entertaining.
Spoiler, he runs fast and it goes slow motion and he has headphones on.
Yeah.
Oh, just in case you didn't know.
If you haven't seen the last two, that would be the only one I would be okay with bringing over.
So my question is, does his headphones speed up the sound so the sound is like
don't
his
think so.
normal speed, or is he like running real fast and gets through like 2 notes of the song?
That's a good call because it leads you to believe that it's not that. Like it's going the same.
Or are they like special headphones that like go to his speed?
I'll be honest. This is.
I think the music was playing in real time.
I believe it was Fox.
So they pretty much just slowed everybody else down.
Yes.
Okay.
It is Fox, so they did not think about that. I'm happy they actually put a. Well, no, I'm not happy that they put another film out. I don't care. So, anyways, go back to Game of Thrones about Daenerys and Xerxes having sex.
Neither of them did.
Neither of them had sex.
Certainly
No.
not with each other.
Okay.
No.
Damn it.
Xerxes wasn't even in this episode, was she?
No, she wasn't.
4 episodes left.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, big battle of Winterfell that everybody's been looking forward to. But before we get to the big topic, which is Arya, the Crips,
Yes.
they're not going to be safe.
What you mean?
They've spent the past 2 episodes talking about how everybody's going to be safe down in the Crips, and you know that's not going to be.
You mean the people who can make the dead come back to life? The best place to hide from them is in the place where you bury your dead?
Yeah, in a mausoleum. Yeah, exactly.
Yay.
Yeah, exactly. And then had the parallels of Sir Davos serving onion soup or whatever the heck it was, gruel
Chicken soup
to everybody. After Oliver got his second share, 2 grown men come up and say, "Hey, we're scared and we're not fighters." And Davos is like, "Well, neither was I, but I survived the battle or whatever." Basically saying, "Suck it up, Buttercup."
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, more or
In
less.
so
Okay.
many words.
In Winterfellian, in
Talk.
Westerosi, yeah. And then the little girl comes up. I want to fight and kill dead White Walkers and defend my family. Well, yes, you will, little girl. Go to the crypts and you'll be safe and protect people down there. Yeah. Spoiler:
Oh, great.
you're not.
So you're saying there's a chance that Lyanna Mormont could survive this?
Lyanna Mormont Correct. She
Because
wasn't
she's
going to go to
Yeah,
the
she's
crypts.
fighting on the front lines with everybody, or she's commanding her troops
That's right.
on the battlefield. I'm like, crap, I have
right.
her in the death pole.
The little
she
bear.
can't die next episode.
The little bear is going to fight. So, you know,
So
she ain't
if-
sticking it.
So if they come up through the crypts and then everybody on the field survives and they just get the people from behind.
Yeah, there are two theories that play into this. Okay, the first theory, of course, is that the Night King is actually a Stark. So if he is actually a Stark, he knows how to get into the crypts.
Oh, good point. Yeah, I think there's pretty much in the books they even believe the
Yep.
first Night King or
Yeah.
the Night King was a Stark.
Yep. And then the other theory is that children of the forest look like actual children, and so they think the foreshadowing of the little girl wanting to fight the bad guys down in the protection in the crypts, that maybe the White Walkers are scared of human children or something. I don't know. I'm just saying.
So they'll come through the crypts and run across all the children and run away scared?
Maybe initially not sure how to react, and then kill them.
I'm about to say they've killed plenty of young children. They killed Ned Umber just
Yeah.
the episode
Yeah,
before. So they're
exactly.
not
So that
afraid
kind
of
of
children.
that theory's got a little bit of holes in it, But all right, let's talk about the scene that really disturbed me.
That disturbed you?
Yes, it did.
Wow.
There's two scenes that have disturbed me in the Game of Thrones. I mean, all the blood, all the gore, the Benioff and Weiss perverty, or someone would say open-minded,
Peter
sex,
Dinklage sleeping with a
sex
dragon.
and everything. Yeah, two scenes that have disturbed me. I'm not, the shocker. There were shocking scenes like Ned Stark getting beheaded. The Red Wedding. I cheered when the little boy got murdered. Oh, Joffrey.
Yes.
Yes. And I feel so ashamed. No, the little boy died. And there are two scenes that really, really, really disturbed me. The first was the Ramses raping of Sansa,
Yeah.
because that was a really disturbing scene. The other disturbing scene is watching a little girl from the age of 12 over the past several seasons and then seeing her naked in a sex scene was kind of disturbing.
Yeah, but she's like 21.
Yeah, I know,
She's not
but
12.
by show standards, she was 12 years old approximately when the show started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And that was 9 years ago.
I know, but she's always little Arya Stark, man. Now she's like naked and having sex on the screen, and you're just like, this is disturbing. How many
So,
TV shows? How many TV shows have ever done this? Is this the first TV show to do it, where they got a little girl that starts out, in the TV series, and then when she becomes legal, the producers or the guys that write her are like, yeah, let's get her naked and have a sex scene.
Full House did it.
Yeah, how many
Oh,
other
well, I don't watch
shows?
Full House.
How many other shows have nudity in it, though?
There's no naked Full House.
I had you convinced.
No.
I'll let you know, like, every soap opera will do it, except they won't show nudity. But when they grow up, they go on and have sex and then have their own children, and those children grow up and do the same thing.
Yeah, but nobody watches soap operas. Come on.
Not anymore.
Yeah. But seriously, I just found, I wouldn't say disturbing. Maybe it was disturbing on a maybe psychological or emotional level, because you already associate little Arya Stark as the little girl that survived and being tough.
So-
you don't think of her as a full-grown woman, and she still is pretty diminutive.
Oh my God! I can't believe that little Arya Stark would have sex.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
fine with her killing the 48 people she's
course.
killed
Oh,
in
I can live with
brutal,
that.
graphic ways.
Yeah, that's called graphic violence. We all love that. Oh, yeah.
All right, so what you're describing is what I felt years and years ago when little Alyssa Milano from that
Who's the boss?
from Who's the Boss,
Vampire's Kiss.
and then
Embrace
all
of
of
a
a sudden,
Vampire.
then all
Get
of
it
a sudden I
right.
meet
Embrace
this
a Vampire,
Jason
sorry.
guy, and he talks about how he loves Alyssa Milano's tits, and I'm like,
Whoa. I said it in a classy way.
okay, there was nothing classy about what you said.
I said
Maybe
dinner
not-
plates.
Dinner plates. Saucers.
Yeah, that's not classy.
Her
But-
tea saucers.
But I'm like, no, Alyssa Milano is the 13-year-old girl from Who's the Boss. Why are you talking about her like that?
Because she was 21 and it was amazing.
It was.
56 minutes and an hour and 3 minutes into it.
Yeah,
just like-
but I was Alyssa Milano's age at the, roughly at
You-
the time when she was in
you
TV.
were older. You were older.
Slightly. But now that I'm older and she's older, it's like, hey, here you go. Arya Stark, I'm still a full grown man.
When I
and I'm
first
looking
saw
at her as a
Arya
young,
Stark, I
young
was
girl.
in my late 30s. Now that I'm in my late 40s, she looks a lot better.
True. But the one good thing about Arya's sex scene is all the internet jokes that spawn from it.
Oh, yeah, you
All
know
the
that's
memes.
coming.
She got her spear from Gendry. But, the funny thing is, the first 2 episodes, I mean, they were showing her, and she was, like, giving long, hard stares to Gendry. And you could see it coming. And so after the first scene where she's giving him the old, long, hard stare, every time after that, before they engage, conversation with each other, stuff like that, Arya's doing the Arya long, hard stare. And I started making jokes because I'm watching this, with the old lady and my father-in-law and Dr. Bednar and my sister-in-law. And so anytime Arya came on and she's looking at Gendry, I was like, oh, there's a fine specimen of a blacksmith. There's a good-looking man. And, of course, this freaks my father-in-law out because he's like, what's up with Blake? Because I had a previous joke where my trainer, my physical trainer, who's a big muscle builder guy, turns out, he was gay because I have no gaydar. And I didn't know it until after he got married and he was showing me the photos. I'm like, oh, okay.
Where's your wife?
And as a big joke, yeah, exactly. As a big joke, I was showing them pictures to my wife and father-in-law at their house. And like, hey, I'm joking around. Hey, this is a lot of man. Because he is. He's a lot of man. And that freaked my father-in-law out. So now every time Arya was coming on, I'd be like, oh, yeah, look at that fine man of a blacksmith. And it still kind of freaks him out a little bit. It's kind of funny.
Which is why you do it.
Which is exactly why I do it.
Does your father-in-law still live with you?
No.
Oh, okay. Just saying.
And maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe I told him he looked like a lot of man one morning.
I don't know what that. No. Did you close the vents?
No, that's when I shut the bathroom door. No, oh shit. No, it's not. Seriously. But no, the Arya thing did kind of disturb me just a little bit because, I still think of her little Arya, even though she's a little assassin. It was a little rough. It was.
One or both of them are dead now.
Yes. And so here
Why?
it is. Nobody
Why?
died in the first 2. Yeah, you have sex.
You have the sex, you die.
You have the sex.
Yeah.
That's right. So Gendry's going to bite it.
Yep.
I don't think they're going to kill Arya off that quickly. But it will be interesting to see, out of all the people sitting around the fireplace saying, yep, we're all going to die in the morning. Let's have some wine. Tormund's lines were great. I love Tormund's lines. They were awesome. And basically the second episode was Jaime Lannister going around saying, hey, what's up? I'm not that man from before.
So is Jon Snow going to win the throne?
Oh, no, Jon Snow makes the mistake, maybe, of telling Daenerys right before the battle, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm Aegon Targaryen. Oh, who told you that? My brother and my best friend. There you go. That's basically what Daenerys said. There you go. Of course they did.
That was my thought, too, when I was watching.
And her first response is, you have a claim to the Iron Throne. Not like, oh, really? Let's think about this. Oh, wait. Hold on. You mean you're my nephew? What? Oh, wait. Hold on. Her first response was, you have a claim to the Iron Throne, which goes in line with Daenerys possibly becoming a bad guy, or them spinning it to make her look like a bad guy.
I think they're just trying to make you kind of like they did last season when they looked like they spent the whole season looking like Sansa and Arya are going to hate each other, and Littlefinger thought he was getting the upper hand on him, and then they
got him.
Teamed up.
Yeah, they
against him
teamed
and
up.
killed
They
him.
got him.
I think that's what they're doing now again.
Yeah, pretty much. And Jaime going around making amends, more or less. He's going to die. You think he dies in the next episode?
No,
No.
Jaime has to kill Cersei.
Or does Tyrion kill Cersei?
I just think it's got to be Jaime. It's been in my head since season 1
That he's going to kill her?
that it's going to be Jaime that
It
kills
would be pretty wild if it is him. Although when they're on the battlements and they're talking, having a conversation, and Jaime's like, "Oh, look over there," I was like, "Duck!" He goes like Bronn shooting a crossbow bolt at him. I was like, "Hey, you know what I was thinking? Duck!" No, so we'll
thought
see.
that
We'll
too.
see. We'll see what Bronn. We'll see what Bronn does when he comes into the game. And if he's not in the Battle of Winterfell, then we know Tyrion, Jaime survived the battle
Yeah.
because Bronn didn't make it there yet for that storyline.
Well, Bronn did promise years ago that he would give Tyrion the chance to double whatever offer.
No, did he actually promise that, or did Tyrion always say, no matter what they're paying you, I'll double it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's made the offer. We don't know if Bronn's ever said, yeah,
Well,
okay.
Bronn's chasing the money. The only reason he would kill Tyrion is for the money. So if he can get more money to not kill Tyrion,
Yeah, exactly. Or does he grow a conscience?
well, then he won't take
Maybe.
any money and not kill him.
Yeah, exactly. We'll find out what happens. But
All right.
spoiler alert: the crypts aren't safe,
What about the Bloods?
and Arya is pregnant,
Damn, that was quick.
and Gendry takes over. The Baratheon territories.
Yeah. Well, the
he lives.
Stormlands. Yeah. So the Baratheons and Starks do hook up together.
That's right. And the Targaryens are with Targaryens, just like they always been.
Okay.
So we're going back to the old days.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, see, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Ah.
All right, Jason. You don't have to be bored anymore.
I'm sorry, what? Anyways, speak of, nice segue.
Disney?
Game of Thrones into this weekend and next weekend. Cincinnati Children's Theater has Sleeping Beauty at the Taft Theater. You can get your tickets if you go to CincinnatiChildren'sTheater.com. Just to let you guys know.
It's not really Sleeping Beauty.
No, she kicks some ass in it, and there's a lot more princesses in it. Stop it.
So it's a
will
wake
not ruin
awake
this.
beauty.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, so Sleeping Beauty. It's great. Tickets start at $10. So go down there and
That's right.
get them.
Where do they end at?
30, I think.
Okay.
Which actually isn't bad at all.
No, 30's not bad.
It's a good time, though. We've taken our kids a lot. So just to let you know, it's Cincinnati Children's Theater online. And you can also look on our Facebook page at the History of Bad Ideas because we have it on there, too.
Go take a look at those beauties.
Stop it. Anyways, moving on. Let's see here. Speaking of beauties, Nick Cage's wife.
Yes.
Blake, please explain this to you. Oh, sorry. This segment is dedicated to Michael Leal because he said that we stole this from him, so I took a picture of our outline to show that we actually had this on here. We only found out the latest part. So, tell us what happened. Nicolas Cage, greatest actor of our generation.
Married for 4 days.
What
Had it-
happened?
Had it annulled.
Do you think they jumped into it?
Yeah, he did, because apparently he found out that she has a criminal background,
And they were both drunk.
and they were both drunk. Oh, go figure.
Was
They
it
got married in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got married in Vegas.
And there was video of them yelling at each other right before they walked down the aisle, like getting into a huge fight.
Foreshadowing.
So how else do you
Well-
take do you come back from an annulment after 4 days?
Well,
Karaoke.
she's filing for she's
Spousal support.
spousal support
I'm like,
after 4 days.
yeah, a
of
4-day marriage is annulled. It's not even a divorce. So annulment is like it didn't really happen.
Yeah, but she's entitled to spousal support now.
I would say
With an annulment, you are.
I think at least
she was married.
I
She
think at
was a spouse.
least $10,000 per day. I think that's a going
I
rate.
agree.
If you had to put up with Nicolas Cage for 4 days, I think that's a fair price. Let's see here.
So what you're saying is she's an expensive whore.
Yes,
Stop it.
very.
Nicolas Cage is too. So how do you take care of yourself after that? How do you redeem yourself? You go to a karaoke bar after the annulment if you're Nicolas Cage, and you sing "Purple Rain" very, very angrily. I found somebody that sings worse than me.
No, you didn't.
Purple Rain.
It was still better than you.
Purple Rain.
It's a country song.
Why do we have purple rain?
I think he's making up the words again.
I don't know the words. Purple Rain.
Purple Kool-Aid.
1999. Party like it's 1999.
1999 is the name. I
Doesn't
don't know
he say
what
party?
tune that was.
Party like it's 1999. Is that
You're just making up whatever tune you
Is that
want.
Prince?
That's Prince.
Sure.
The tune isn't, that the words are.
Okay. He says party like 1999, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Are you
tonight
using-
I'm going to party
Are
like
you-
it's 1999.
You just saying those words is better singing than me.
2000 party over oops out of time.
Party like it's 1999. No? Anyways.
Yes, Nick Cage. 4 days of marriage costs him spousal support for life.
If you would like to see Nicolas Cage sing, go to our Facebook page at The History of Bad Ideas. And thank Michael Liao for it. Because you're the only purveyor of news online.
So how much money did Nick Cage make in that 4-day marriage that she thinks she's set up a lifestyle?
He did 16 direct-to-DVD movies in that time.
Okay.
So I think he's okay.
Because the guy who...
And one music video.
A guy who pretty much had to declare bankruptcy and sell like all his houses is not somebody you're really going to get a lot of money out of.
In Nicolas Cage's defense, he did declare bankruptcy in front of his actors. I declare bankruptcy!
And he is, after all, a Coppola.
He is. Better director than Sophia.
No.
No.
Oh no, actor.
No.
Well, Sophia was a terror.
A few. Well, yeah, you're right.
She's a great
actress.
director.
You're
a horrible actress.
She's a great director, not a good actress. Although we give her sport, we give her an A for effort.
You tried.
She really didn't want to, but
She was thrown into it
she was thrown into it because
Winona Ryder quit.
That's right.
Ugh.
Look.
Can't
You're
stand one.
looking Winona Ryder?
Yeah.
She gives us the best gif of all time.
Stranger Things.
Yeah. Well, the acceptance speech of their Emmy on Stranger Things.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I do have a spoiler for our movie news for this weekend about it being the lowest grossing Easter weekend for movies.
Is it?
Ever?
You guys didn't know?
No.
Nope.
Oh, shit. Well, here's what makes it funny. I thought Endgame started this weekend. And I didn't go to the movies or go see Shazam because I didn't want to battle the Endgame crowds.
Oh.
And I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm going to go to the movie theaters this week to see Shazam or Endgame for that matter. I'll wait a couple weeks because I don't want to, I'm grumpy and I don't want to battle the crowds. And then the news is like, oh, this is the lowest grossing Easter weekend movie ever. I'm like, what? Endgame bombed at the box office?
Yeah.
I took the over on $260 million against Jason. How in the hell is this the lowest Endgame ever? I can't believe this.
It made zero.
It made zero. It's the worst. And then I'm like, so I had to go look at the weekend returns, and Endgame wasn't in the top 5. I'm like, holy shit, it didn't even make the top 5. And I had to keep reading. Oh, Endgame premieres next week. I'm like, oh, that's why. It's
You're
next
an idiot.
weekend.
Yeah, I think their pre-sales already have.
They're expecting like
240
$250 million.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about expecting. I'm talking about what's been sold already.
Jeez, old Pete.
I'm going to look that up.
We'll be there.
Yes.
We'll be there. Is Jim going with us?
No, Jim is working.
Okay, so it's me. Okay. So I'm excited. So makes it even better because I'm off on Friday.
Oh,
so.
I'm sorry. No, it's only half of what I thought. It sold over 120 million
Pre-sale?
pre-sale.
They're expecting 260 million, 250, 260. So there you go.
So yeah, that's pretty funny. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe,
We're
I'm one weekend off on the Endgame.
well, Breakthrough. I thought Breakthrough would make 250 million. We'll get to that in box office news. I love Christian-based movies.
And you love What We Do in the Shadows too, don't you?
Oh God. Okay, so I was 2 episodes behind, so I
You're
started
caught
watching
up?
it. I'm
Have
caught
you seen
up.
all 4?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
The werewolves pissing in the bushes.
What We Do in the Shadows is on FX. It is a fucking awesome show.
It is.
Um,
it is pretty funny.
It's about 3 vampires, and they live together. 4 vampires, if you count the emotional vampire.
Energy vampire.
Energy vampire.
Sorry, energy.
His girlfriend
yes.
was the emotional vampire.
Yes.
And the energy vampire just sucks people's energy away at work and everything else.
Yes.
The other 3 are real vampires, and they turned a LARPer into a vampire.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I like how she died, and then they went to put her in the ambulance, and she got up. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Pretty much.
You were dead.
I think we should take you to the hospital.
I think
have
you need to come
checked
back.
out.
No, that's okay.
I do like when they turn into bats, they yell bat. Bat! This week's episode, they had Nick Kroll on as the club
Manhattan.
Sam the Deviant?
Yeah, Sam
Or the
Deviant, who
Deviant or
controls
Devious?
Manhattan.
Yeah, he's the vampire that controls Manhattan.
So they go to Manhattan to because the Overlord or whoever it is, the Supreme Vampire, is at their
has
house.
come from the old country.
and he wants
to know why they haven't conquered America yet.
Yeah,
They haven't, and the three guys are like, or three vampires like, we conquered this street.
The streets in like one house over.
And so when they go to
On
Manhattan,
Staten Island, not Manhattan, where Sam the Devious,
that's right.
runs Manhattan.
I did like they go to Manhattan, get control, help form a truce so they can
An
get
alliance,
Manhattan. Yeah.
We'll
Yes.
get an alliance.
So what do you bring to it? I give you Manhattan. Or I help you with Manhattan, and you give me. We got our street, and
And we got these two streets.
you got two streets. Well,
A
our
couple
street.
houses. Our street and a couple houses.
It is a hilarious show.
Werewolf support pack.
And I like it. So then another episode, they attack werewolves attack, and they have to have a face-off, one-on-one.
That was hilarious. That was
and they're on
pretty
top
funny.
of a roof. And how do they get rid of? How does the vampires win?
Spoiler alert. They have to pick their weapons. So he's going through, there's like rapier, sword, battle axe, like nunchucks, mace. He picks up.
toy.
Yes, he picks up a plastic bone and he starts to face him. He throws it off the cliff. The guy, and there's a pack, and they all yell, "No!" And he runs after it and jumps off the cliff.
And he lands
off the building.
10 stories
Roof.
down.
Yeah.
And
And
the
the best
best-
part is when they're walking away, it's like, hey, if we find it, do we get to keep it? They're talking about the bone.
The chew toy.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, sure, go ahead.
And
The funny thing is, he's out there and he's showing his topiary, and he starts. What is that? God damn it! I smell werewolf piss. And he pisses him off, and they all come back just to piss him off, and they show him they're all pissing all over his garden, bushes and stuff.
His bushes shaped
Yeah.
like women's body
Yes.
parts.
that
The
he's had
vulva.
sex with.
Yeah, vulva.
Well, at first he's like, "This is what my mother."
Yeah.
Yeah, the first
and,
one. Is
and I
my
was
mother.
like, "That doesn't look." Oh, I get it now. Oh, okay, now I see it. Oh my god, that show is fucking hilarious.
That's pretty werewolf support pack.
And the energy vampire dating an emotional vampire at work is hilarious because she's
At first, when they were competing for,
Yeah.
they're competing for energy in the office.
my
It was
cat.
pretty funny.
My cat's dying, and I have to sleep at the office because I'm using all the money. Oh, was it Evie? Yeah.
Evie.
Yeah, Evie.
Emotional vampire.
And then they started dating, and then he kept walking away after he broke her up with her, and she's like, "Don't go." What? No, God.
I'm kidding. No, seriously. No, come on. The best part is when they're out to dinner and they're sucking the energy
the
and
waiter.
emotion from the waiter.
Yeah.
As he's waiting on them. That's pretty
The
funny.
city council meeting was pretty funny.
Oh, that was the.
If you haven't seen it, you need
Collins-
to see it.
Colin's reaction at the end of the final city
The
council
emotional
meeting.
vampire?
Yeah.
He's getting turned on.
Yeah.
I don't think I can stand.
Excuse me.
Come
I
on, I'm
need to
getting
do
out of here. No, I can't get up. I can't stand up for a while.
And I like how they framed the one councilman.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
It is a funny show.
Excuse me. I have to go do a mass feeding.
So yeah, if you haven't seen it, you need to. It's just really fucking funny. I can't get over it. I did like what we didn't even talk about the best part, the witch's hat, the skin hat.
What is that sucking on the back of my head?
Witch's anus.
The guy had a hat made of skin from
Witch's
a witch,
skin, yes.
witch's skin, and it basically was cursed. And I like how every time he put it on, the one guy started dying.
Yes.
Take it off.
Oh, Guillermo.
Poor Guillermo.
Yeah.
I did like he thought on his 10-year anniversary of working with the vampires that he would become a vampire. He said the guy wanted a sequin pillow or picture.
Yeah, I pictured them together.
Yeah, it's a funny show. I can't stop.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was good. Of course, we just spoiled everything.
All
for
4
everybody.
episodes.
All 4 episodes. Sorry. It's kind of like The Office meets The Monsters.
Yeah.
Modern day.
Speaking of that, before we started our show, The Office was on Comedy Central. They were showing the Niagara Falls episode, the wedding. That might be one of my favorite ones. That might be just because, and it was
Just because they destroy Kevin's shoes.
sir, we had to incinerate them. And I did like that when Michael Scott's driving, he's got the sunglasses on. Oh, man. Fell asleep there for a couple minutes. That was some really dark sunglasses. And he ended up with Pam's mom. That was
Yeah.
I'm only going to do her harder. Stop dating my mom. I'm only going to date her harder. Anyways, poll of the week on Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast. What Disney Plus original series are you most looking forward to? Disney Plus has a lot of episodes coming out, or series coming out. They have the Star Wars Mandalorian. They have Falcon and Winter Soldier. They have Monsters at Work with most of the original cast back. And Marvel's What If. It's a cartoon series about what if things could happen. Like, what if Thanos didn't get the Infinity Gauntlet and Tony Stark did? So they have...
That's an actual episode?
I don't know.
Oh,
It is now.
you got me excited.
Oh, can't stand up. Anyway, so in last place, Monsters at Work with 11%. In third place, 21%, Falcon and Winter Soldier. And winning 41% to 27%. The Mandalorian over Marvel's What If.
Not a surprise.
Yeah. The What If started coming on strong at the end, and a lot of people have wanted to see it. So I think the potential is there to make it really good. So we'll see.
Will the Mandalorians play mandolins?
Yes. That's actually what it's about. It's not bounty hunting.
That's what I thought.
And then they'll use the other mandolins to cut their onions very thinly.
The Mandalorian trailer leaked online from Star Wars Celebration last weekend.
Leaked.
Well, somebody had a phone and filmed it.
Oh my
Allegedly.
God! They don't expect people to try to sneak phones into these things.
So, anyways, this leaked. It looked pretty damn good. IG-88's in it, and he has a role.
Basketball player?
Dengar's in it.
Yay!
I don't think he is.
Oh.
Bosk is in it. I think.
If it's not Dengar, it doesn't matter.
Dengar is just wrapping himself in toilet paper.
That's fine.
We show Bosk like eating flies and
That's Greedo.
gnats.
Bosk is looking for shoes the whole time.
To go hide in.
He puts shoes on. Their claws rip. I can't find any good shoes. And that's how he talks too. My name is Bosk. Anyway,
Did they get you to do the voice?
yes, they did.
Do you have any
I-
flies I can eat?
I can't say for sure that I'm in The Mandalorian as a voice actor, but I am not saying I'm not.
What
But you
about
can
very
actually
small
pronounce
mice?
that word, so you must have been involved. with it.
Mandalorian? I know. I'm really kind of surprised that I did.
Do you have a heat lamp?
Sit over there, Greedo. No, I just want to see Greedo under a heat lamp. Anyways.
Bosk, isn't he a lizard?
Bosk is lizard looking.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Greedo is too.
No.
No, Greedo's fish looking.
Is he fish looking?
More so than lizard.
Okay, Greedo's just going to walk around
like-
saying, just keep swimming. We're just going to do that.
Pufferhead fish.
Ooh.
Big head puffer fish.
Dengar just looks like an idiot. Sorry, Jeff.
Dengar was the coolest of them all.
No. So anyway, so there you go. Follow us on Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. We're also on nerdly.co.uk. Good day, Governor. Hello, Vicar.
Wanker.
We're also on WeBeGeeksPC.com. We're also on Danger Entertainment.
Danger Entertainment.
Michael Leal, the sexiest comic book writer out there.
Just say it. Miguel Leal. My name is Miguel Leal. I have come to write books and sex your women.
Ha ha ha. And not in that order.
I've come to sex your books and write about your women.
And I'm all out of pencils. Anyways,
My wife won't let me do that anymore.
anyways, moving on. And we're on Facebook at The History of Bad Ideas. We're also on Geek Life Radio, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central every Friday. Us and 40 going on 14.
And Twitter.
And Twitter, Bad Ideas Podcast.
Jason runs the official Twitter account.
Let's do some listener feedback, Blake.
It's time for our loud noise listener feedback.
Loud noises.
And it's brought to you by either the Philippines declaration of war against Canada or Melinda Gates, how to stay married to a billionaire for 25 years.
How do you?
Do whatever you want.
Although
Because he's rich.
Mrs. Bezos didn't follow those rules.
No, she became like, the fourth richest woman in the world by divorce?
I thought she became the richest woman in
Or,
the world.
or the
by
richest
divorce.
woman in the world by divorce? After she took 25%, she didn't need 50. She was like, 25%? Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
Or Philippines President Duterte declaring war against Canada because they're dumping all their trash on his country.
Then don't live in the currents coming from Canada. That's all I have to say.
Apparently, the Canadians broke the rules and dropped off another gazillion tons of garbage into Manila shipping. All right. Anyways,
Still waiting
in
on
order
listener
not
feedback here.
That's right. In order not to offend people, it's now the loud listener feedback. Okay.
As opposed to what was it?
Well, the explosive device.
Oh, sorry.
We start off with this guy named Doge,
Number one fan.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
formerly known
7.
as.
Ape hands.
All right. So to kick off our special Disney episode this evening, when Disney Plus comes out, every episode of The Simpsons will be on it. How many will you watch? And what are your favorite episodes?
Jeff, you're a bigger Simpsons fan than I am, so I'll let you answer this one. Jim's the biggest. What's your favorite episodes?
My favorite episode is the softball episode.
Okay. Any other good ones?
I'm sure there are.
We could probably do a top 5.
I just remembered the bits more so than the actual
The actual-
plots, like the great Ralph Wiggum lines. Those are always great.
Yeah, almost kind of like Simpson. Oh no, South Park. Not the episodes, but just episodes. Like when I start singing "Floppy Wiener" at the beginning of Game of Thrones,
Wiener,
and it freaks my father-in-law out.
Floppy wiener.
Everything is freaking your father-in-law out. I like the what do you call it? The episode where Homer's mom comes back the first time. That was a really good episode. I like Camp Krusty when they take over the camp. Bart and his friends take over camp like Lord of the Flies. Just because Ralph Wiggum has the cat paint, the cat face paint,
That wasn't Camp Krusty.
wasn't it?
The Lord of the Flies one was the one where they got stranded on an
That's right.
deserted
Okay,
island.
they did have a Camp Krusty though, where
Yeah.
that took over too.
Yes.
I like when Monorail.
Monorail. I call the big one Bitey.
Love that episode. I did. There's a lot of them. that I
So
like.
everything within the first 5 seasons.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, there's a gazillion Simpson episodes now.
The Homer when he becomes fat so he can get disability. He gets stuck in the tank.
What the Simpsons do becomes real life.
So does that mean Lisa Simpson's going to be our next president?
I hope so.
I didn't like the future episodes when they went to the future.
Well, she had to take over. She had to run for president to fix the mess that Donald Trump left.
Is that what it was?
I'm telling you, it's futuristic.
And also, there's a lot of good episodes. I will probably go back and watch a lot of the first couple seasons. Probably seasons 2 through 5.
I'd be more interested in seeing the ones that I haven't been watching for the last 10 years to see.
Those-
Catch up.
That's the problem is there'll be some good moments in those, but an overall good episode is few and far
in the
between.
last 10 years, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no offense. I mean, it's been on 27
Yeah,
years.
well, one, they don't know how to end an episode anymore.
Oh, George Lucas write it?
Pretty much.
Let's do an arena full of alien animals. That was your favorite one, Attack of the Clones.
No, that was the worst of all.
What else we got?
We got from Randall Holt, currently watching the Venom movie. It's not good. Wow. Really not good. I think that was a live action tweet
Oh, okay.
at the time that he was
I want to
watching
see
it.
the Venom movie.
I haven't seen it.
I thought it was just okay.
He said it was. I said, well, if it's on, HBO or something, maybe I'll take a look. And I was like, I was going to pay for it, rent it. He's like, don't do that. Don't do that.
$1 for Redbox.
I don't have Redbox.
You don't need to have red.
I know. I just realized that after I said that.
Oh, going back to Doug's question, none, because I ain't paying for Disney Plus.
I am. I'll be there.
Yeah, we know you.
Opening day. Can't wait.
All I know is I'll just somehow get Jason to sign in on my devices and
You
Keep it.
password. Yeah. Corrections from Dev. The Psy guy. He said, donkeys/asses are the domesticated ancestors of the African wild ass. A mule is a hybrid animal of a horse and a donkey. Male donkeys are jacks and females are jennies. Jenny. Making a jackass just another term for a donkey and not a completely different animal. Mule specifically refers to the hybrid of a female horse and a jackass. Henny is a hybrid of a male horse and a female donkey.
Thank you, Dev. We were talking about donkeys and all their
jackasses.
Yeah, last week. So we appreciate that.
I was about to say, what did we do to deserve that ass explanation?
You put it on your list.
Yes,
Speaking of asses,
correct.
we got on Twitter right now
Alyssa Milano?
didn't please. Bob Culture or Pop Culture. Bob
Naked
Culture.
Areas
Bob
butt.
Culture.
Naked Area's butt?
Let me get this right.
It wasn't a full
The
naked butt.
Pop
It was-
Culture
it was
Cafe.
it was a top naked butt.
The Pop Culture Cafe.
Yes.
The Pop Culture Cafe.
The
Pop Culture Cafe. A TPC cafe.
That's
States.
better than just an average pop culture cafe.
Yes.
It's the pop
the
culture cafe.
cult pop. Yeah, whatever.
Why doesn't Spider-Man spin webs out of his ass like real spiders?
It's not their asses they're spinning webs out of. It's just a gland near their ass.
It's the abdomen.
Okay, I still want to see Spider-Man do that.
But
It's a whole different type
Spider-Man
of Spider-Man.
doesn't spin any webs.
I know, they really got rid of that, and I don't like that. I don't understand why he wouldn't. If he has the skills of a spider, he should be able
Not all
to.
spiders spin webs. Maybe the one that bit him didn't.
Really?
Really?
You know, when I spin
Yeah,
that,
you know the ones that like live underground.
Oh, yeah, the trapdoor
Yeah.
spider? Ugh.
now,
Not the backdoor spider. That's a
now,
different thing.
when I spin my own web like a spider out of my ass, I usually flush it down the
We're
toilet.
not naming it backdoor spider.
Why not?
What else we got?
It must still be spring break because we got another question from our most educated listener, Des Hassing. He said, if Hobie were children's celebrities, who would everyone be? And I was kind of confused by this question.
I think he meant celebrities' children.
It says children's celebrities.
Child celebrities?
Oh, so we're like children's. We are celebrities
I'm
of children's.
Jonathan Lipnicki,
I don't know.
because he can kick some ass. I think
when I first read it, and yeah, like you said, that's how it's written. I was assuming he was asking,
Des drunk?
if our parents were famous people, who would our famous parents be? Is
Oh, let's
kinda-
go with that one.
I was-
Is
I
how
think-
I read it, but
But
that's
Des,
not how it's worded.
Was
so.
Des drunk doing beer bongs in between co-ed's breasts when he wrote this and sent this one in?
I don't know. He's only been in college 25 years.
You know, or is this a Hackney
Hackney!
typo?
I'm going with both. So you answer your question your way. I'm going to say I'm Jonathan Lipnicki.
Okay.
Who are you?
The child of the drummer of Steppenwolf.
The guy with the one arm?
No, that's Def Leppard.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Steppenwolf from Justice League?
No, the band.
I mean the
Steppenwolf.
chick that sang in the malls?
That's Tiffany.
Yeah, you're Tiffany.
No.
Debbie Gibson?
She sang Steppenwolf.
alone now. That's Tiffany.
Yeah. You're
Out
Tiffany.
Out of the blue.
I don't know where you get that at all from what I just
Okay,
said.
here we go. You're Tiffany or Debbie Gibson. Which one would you pick?
Well, I share a birthday with Debbie Gibson.
So you're Tiffany.
Debbie Gibson is 1 year my senior.
Out of the blue.
You know, you and Debbie Gibson are sharing the same haircut at the moment.
I would love to see her with that haircut.
And in all honesty, they both have posed for Playboy. So there you
There
go.
you go.
Oh, they never published mine though.
No, but they got your Q&A right. Your long walks on the beach. Man, do you like that?
He's got
Yeah,
his,
if it was long walks on the beach, then it was not my Q&A.
his turn-ons and turn-offs.
44, 24, 20.
Turn-ons. Turn-ons. Born in the woods.
Isn't that your measurements?
44, 24, 20?
Yeah.
I just get... I'm a triangle.
I think he was trying to go for hourglass figure.
He kept getting smaller.
Inverted pyramid.
Jeff is an isosceles.
It's more of a 60, 64, 60.
69.
Anyways, don't think I said that.
Oh, sorry. I was being Rob. I like your 44, 24, 20. I think that's more accurate.
To what? I am reverse obelisk shaped.
You're an. What is it, the oblong family? Is that what part you're in?
Sure, I suppose that's the answer.
Shaped like a bomb.
The wild thornberries, yeah.
Anyways, what else we got, Blake? I'm an idiot.
There you go. Hopefully Des is not passed out and heard this answer.
And hopefully it appeases him.
That's right. From Scary Thoughts at Scary Thoughts 2.
Canadian of the Year.
That's right. Not Scary Thoughts 1.
Nope. Canadian of the Year.
This is Scary Thoughts 2, which implies there's 2 at least. We know there's at least 2,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Not 3?
Yes.
There might be 3.
How do you know?
There could be
Could
3.
be 3.
I bet you even 3 has more floppies than Scab Jeff.
Could be. Which Disney, as we stick to our Disney theme this evening, newly acquired property do you think has the best chance of actually getting fresh, successful starts in the next few years? Buffy, Aliens, Predator, Simpsons, Die Hard, Independence Day.
I think Independence Day is dead. I don't think you can save that.
Of the things listed, because I'm
Buffy.
not sure Buffy would be.
I think those are just recommendations.
I'm not sure what else they own. other
X-Men.
than X-Men and
X-Men might get the best. Fantastic Four?
X-Men and Fantastic Four are the only other ones that I know for a fact that are like Fox.
You think they'll do a Quicksilver spinoff?
No. Do you think, Jeff, what do you think has a better chance of succeeding? A Fantastic Four movie or an X-Men movie by Disney? Which one?
I think they have to wait at least 3 years for a new X-Men movie, probably closer to 6. But once you wait that long, then I think that will have a chance. If you're doing something more immediate, Fantastic Four.
I think it depends also, obviously, depends on who does everything. But could you do a Brad Bird Fantastic Four movie? It's like The Incredibles, basically.
I suppose you could.
I would put Brad Bird in there, have him do it. I feel like Disney has a better chance of doing Fantastic Four better because they know that type of market. But, you know,
And they're great at
as long as Miles Teller comes back, I'm fine
making
with
those
it.
movies come back.
I love Miles Teller. He's a great actor. Great actor.
Reboots. Will it be a live action Fantastic Four?
Yeah, do an animated one.
Yeah,
Like Into the Spider-Verse.
that's fine, but we can't have Human Torch.
Torch
Oh.
Boy. Ah.
No Torch Boy.
Oh, wait.
Because
Yeah,
kids will want to light themselves on
So we
fire.
got to have Robbie the Robot. Is that who it was?
I am a
I
robot.
think that was it. It was definitely Robot. I can't swear. No, Herbie.
Herbie the Robot. Herbie.
I don't-
Please come to me.
I don't remember. It was like an acronym, like H period, E period, blah, blah, blah. And I don't remember what it stood for, but
Horrible. That's what it stands for. So,
I
Blake
mean,
Bot.
not the love bug?
No,
no, the Love Bug would be better.
Yeah.
I would have taken the Love Bug.
Because at least Herbie, the love bug didn't actually speak. He just had a horn. Kind of like Bumblebee without the radio.
That's a good one.
And Herbie might bring Lindsay Lohan with them.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
What else we got?
Wrapping it up real quick. Professor number 1 and Doctor number 1. How long does the J-Lo A-Rod marriage last if they get married?
Are they engaged?
Yeah, you know he's been married 6 times.
I did
A-Rod?
6?
Yeah,
He is a Latino lover.
he is a Latino.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, wow, how much alimony does that guy have to pay?
Why do you think he kept playing?
And has been married to these women for more than 4 days.
But wow, so
Sings a mean karaoke.
Well, at least, it'll probably last because J-Lo's not going to sue for alimony. She probably has more money than he does.
I don't know about that. A-Rod did get that massive.
He's got 6 ex-wives, and they're each taking half.
Oh, yeah, that's true. True.
The first one gets the biggest piece, I suppose, and then half of the what's left
But
over.
here's the thing that annoys me with like J-Lo and A-Rod. And, you know, the fact that they post these stupid ass, you know, Instagram pics or whatever where he's making sure that he's showing off her ass and he's got his eyebrow up like, yeah, I'm tapping that. You see those pics?
No, I don't.
yeah.
Instagram.
Well, I don't. I just read articles that are about that.
Did you see at Christmas time when J-Lo was opening this giant package, like, you know, on Christmas
I got
Day?
a giant package.
Ah! It was a Christmas present. It was on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And it was the funniest thing. It was on Instagram. She's opening like, oh, I wonder what he got me. And in the background, I'm not kidding you, on the steps going upstairs, there's like a limo driver with his head in his hands. And everybody was like, what about that guy? What's he doing?
Yeah, check the backgrounds before you take pictures or send pictures out.
That guy's like, I'm fucking working on Christmas Day. God dang it. But it was just funny. He just has his head in his hands like, son of a bitch.
He's like, I can't believe I have to work for these people.
One of A-Rod's ex-wife is Cynthia Skirtis.
That helps.
I
Oh, awesome. We'll have her next week on the show.
A-Rod, her mom said about A-Rod, he was nice but not intellectual.
I
No.
could have told you that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty common knowledge deal.
He's a good investor though. Well, he has people that, yeah.
Yeah,
He's smart enough to get the right people.
Let's see here. His ex-wife.
Yeah.
She's the daughter of CEO Ann Wojcicki. I can never say that name.
Whatever.
Yeah, from Silicon Valley startups.
Wojnowski.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, Wojnowski.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Really? The guy that helped Steve
said
Jobs?
Yeah.
Really?
We couldn't have any. We couldn't have an.
So she's probably not taking his money because she's got her own inheritance money then.
She made him sign a prenup.
Probably.
The mom said we couldn't have an intellectual conversation about anything.
No shit.
His main interest in life was something that none of us ever focused on, which was baseball.
What? You mean a guy who gets paid millions upon millions of dollars to play baseball's main interest in life was baseball?
This is from People Weekly. He could park himself in front of a TV and watch baseball for 10 hours a day. He wasn't even sure he wanted to go on the yacht with Anne because the TV might not be working. Oh, my God.
Man, that's pretty rough. Watching baseball on TV is difficult to do.
You know, he
That's
is
really
an
easy to do.
analyst. That's his job.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Oh my God, were you like? Oh my God, how dare he not want to go on the yacht? Or oh my God, why wouldn't he go on the yacht?
Yeah, let's see. Like, oh my God, why don't you go on this yacht with this hot chick?
Oh, my God, Buffy.
Is she hot?
Sorry, I want to watch this boring baseball on
She's
TV.
rich, but is she hot? That's I suppose.
Yeah, is she hot? Bring him a picture.
His wife, back in 2018, wanted him to pay $115,000 a month in alimony.
Sounds fair.
So there you go.
What about
that makes sense.
what about Jose Canseco's wife? Didn't they supposedly quote unquote have an affair?
Did they?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Cynthia Skirtis wants $115,000 a month, and he said that he can no longer afford that since he retired in 2016. Because $115,000 is tax free for her.
Ooh.
Wow.
Note to
So
self.
she doesn't get anything from her parents.
I have no idea. They were married from 2002 to 2008.
So how does he have 6 ex-wives?
I don't know. This is actually coming from my wife, so I need to know if this is correct.
Alimony's
Jose
tax-free?
Canseco addressed his ex-wife's cheating claims with A-Rod.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I guess they came out recently just to be dicks about it or something.
No, there you go. So,
Jose and his wife or something. Oh, yeah, I fucked A-Rod.
let's see here.
How do you like that, J-Lo? Something like that. I think it's how it went, actually.
He also was dating Cameron Diaz,
Yeah, that really
I do
ticks
remember
me
that,
off.
yeah.
That really upsets me.
Demi Moore.
Nah, man. Phew.
Was he trying to?
Is that why she's dating Ashton Kutcher?
Is she?
No, she's
No,
already,
she used to.
She's already divorced from Ashton Kutcher.
What?
Oh, you thought that was going to last?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bring up Wojnarowski. You haven't brought her up yet.
What?
Google her.
Google her.
We want to
Google.
know her attractiveness level on a scale of 1 to 10 because we're really shallow.
My wife is incorrect. He's only been married once.
Oh well.
What?
Jeez. There's a difference.
Well, you know, she could work for HuffPost with that kind
J
of
Lo
knowledge.
might have been married 6 times.
She did get my wife to get all of her news from BuzzFeed, so
you
that
go.
could be the reason.
Or
I think
Daily
she gets
Beast,
it from People Magazine, doesn't she?
She does actually.
People's Weekly.
How many times has J Lo been married?
4? To at least that one guy. What's
Three
his
times.
name?
Anthony one?
Chris
Yeah,
Judd.
Mark Anthony.
Oh yeah.
OG Noah and
Her-
Mark Anthony.
Her dance choreographer.
Yeah,
And Mark Anthony.
yeah.
And engaged to Ben Affleck.
So thanks, Doctor Number One. We have
And
now done.
La Dolce Vita guy.
Oh,
Menudo boy.
Do you think her marriage to A-Rod will last longer than any of her other marriages?
Well, she was with Mark Anthony for 10 years.
Yes.
No,
No.
I
You
can
don't think
answer
it'll
that.
make 10?
I'm wondering if it's going to last longer than her dating Ben Affleck.
That was at least 4
What
years.
was that called?
wasn't it?
Benlo? What was that called?
Benifer?
Benifer, that's what it was. Benlo.
And then he dumped her and hooked up with another Jennifer.
Yes. Anyways, moving on. Let's do some Riddle Me This.
Now, hold on a second.
yes, what's
Ann Wojcicki?
Yes.
Wojcicki.
Yes. That's what I said.
Entrepreneur and the lady that does 23andMe? Or am I accidentally looking
I
this
have
up
no
differently?
idea. I don't know. Riddle Me This. You keep looking that up, like.
I am.
This is started from the Cinema Guys podcast, great podcast with Elisa. They actually just saw. Brad actually just saw Avengers Endgame today, and he tweeted me, "Would you like some spoilers?"
No, but tell him to privately tweet your cousin.
No. Anyways, moving on. Let's see. So this week from Sister Pam, he started. What?
Wozniak.
Yeah.
God dang it.
That's what I said.
Wozniacki.
Oh, Steve Wozniak? That?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I've heard
Samson and I was way off.
Yeah.
I was going to say, based upon what he looks like, I'm scared to look up his
No,
daughter.
she's attractive. Anyways, Sister Pam.
Do you remember? Apparently, at one time, he dated. Oh crap! What's it? Kathy Griffin.
Oh God. Really?
Yeah.
Willfully?
Apparently,
Does anybody willfully date her? You're coming with me. Okay. Oh. Anyway, Sister Pam Morris.
Carrie Ann Wozniak?
I don't know. We just had a 10-minute conversation. I don't know.
There's a lot of Ann Wozniaks here on, this,
Say
on,
A-Rod's
on these
ex-
Google images.
Google A-Rod's ex-wife.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that'd probably be the easiest way to do it.
All right. Because I am this shallow.
We're all idiots. Riddle me this. Anyway, so they had an idea to recast movies with Muppets, and we like that. So every 2 weeks we do this. And if you got a movie that you want us to recast, send it on over. Sister Pam had Scream with Muppets.
His ex-wife is that Cynthia Scurfio. That's not Ann Wozniak.
Yes, it is. Look at her bio.
What?
Cynthia Sosurfer?
I just told you that.
It's the daughter of Ann Wozniak?
Yeah. Anyways, recast Scream
Jennifer
with Muppets.
Lopez pushing Alex Rodriguez to cut child support? She's a horrible person.
You should never cut child support.
So this week,
That's right. Anyways, keep going. I'm sorry.
You just disown them when they turn 18 and cut them off completely.
the Muppets, we're recasting Scream. We have Casey Becker, played by Drew Barrymore. Sidney Prescott by Nev Campbell. Billy Loomis by Skeet Ulrich. Gail Weathers by Courtney Cox. Stewart from Matthew Lillard. And Deputy Dewey from David Arquette. Everybody knows Skeet Ulrich from Riverdale fame.
Everyone doesn't know him from that.
Oh, anyway, so Casey Becker. I thought this was a pretty easy one. Drew Barrymore's. I had Janice.
Yeah, I mean, that's
an easy one.
That's the blonde who you'd kill off in the first scene.
Yeah, I like Janice.
I could see Janice answering the phone. Hello.
I want to see that.
I'm
now.
watching a movie.
Let's see here. We did get taken to task about using Sesame Street Muppets last week.
Well, that's because your brother is an idiot.
Anyways, he'll be on next week, so talk Disney and try trash us about Muppets. Also, if you do have a movie next week, let us know. We'll actually do one next week because Doug is, knows Muppets, so we'll put him in that. Let's see here. Sidney Prescott, Nev Campbell, the main star. Who do you have for this, Jeff?
I don't have anybody.
It was Wojciechowski.
Yeah, that's
well,
what I said.
you're getting Wozniak mixed up.
Oh,
He doesn't have his facts straight.
Well, of course he doesn't. This is Jason. I told you it's someone who I don't even know.
We may need Dev to straighten all this out. I'm so confused. I need Dev to straighten this shit out.
See,
for
the thing
me.
is, I stopped caring about what celebrity married to what other celebrity a long time ago. That it made no difference.
Yeah,
to
it is.
me.
It's not the Wozniak apple. It's the 23andMe. Wozniak, what I said in the first
yeah,
place.
that's what I said.
And she's decent looking. She's attractive.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, I have Denise for this one, Kermit's new girlfriend. I think she could pull off better than Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
She's no J-Lo, though.
I mean,
What do you think?
uh,
There's not many female Muppets. That's
it
the
doesn't have to
problem.
be a female, does it?
No, we could change it.
What
How
are we
about
talking
Big
about?
Bird? Big Bird can do it.
How about Fozzie Bear? Waka waka waka.
What if I wanted Fozzie Bear elsewhere?
Okay, who would you put as Fozzie Bear?
I don't.
I think
have-
Matthew Lillard actually,
put-
because the comedian.
No, I put Billy Loomis. It's Fozzie Bear.
Oh, Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah.
Okay, I can
for-
do that.
Well, see-
I put Scooter as Stewart, Matthew Lillard.
You know what? That's actually a really good one. I like that
Thank
one.
you.
I'm
Scooter.
not opposed to it, but I kind of like because weren't Stewart and Billy weren't they the two?
Yeah, they were the
Spoiler
two
alert,
killers, yes.
they were the two killers, so they would kind of switch back and forth. So I was kind of looking for more of a two people that are more similar to each other.
Camilla and Gonzo.
Well, I was thinking somebody like Ratso and Pepe the Prawn.
That's a good one. I like that.
I had Gonzo for Deputy Dewey.
I had Beaker for Deputy Dewey.
I like Beaker. Beaker is a good one. I like
Well,
that.
at least the whatever the Deputy Dewey take on in Scary Movie.
Oh God!
That's more of a Beaker, but
Don't mess with my vacuum. Okay, so I think Miss Piggy is Gail Weathers because she's annoying and loud and
I
just
can give you
annoying.
that. She's the one who wants to be on television.
Yeah, yeah. So we have Casey Becker is Janice. I like your impression of Janice answering the phone. Sydney Prescott. I have Denise, but who did you have?
Sidney Prescott?
Yeah.
Kermit.
Okay. It's a basic bland character.
Although, if we're putting Miss Piggy as Gail, I could see Denise being. Which
See,
one?
I think Denise could work.
Sydney.
I think
Because it was kind of like the one slightly older and yeah, I could see.
she's not
them-
flashy.
I could see them playing the
So we're going-
jealousy angle on that.
So we're going Denise, and then Billy Loomis. I like Fozzie Bear, but I think yours is a close second. Pepe and Prawn? No,
Pepe and Ratso.
Ratso.
being.
the other one.
I mean, they're interchangeable. I don't care which one
Yeah.
you would put as Skeet. Probably Pepe is Skeet because he looks more like a rat, and Matthew Lillard is the prawn. But that would be my pick.
Of course, you could do Beaker and Honeydew because they're together too a lot.
But I was putting Beaker as Deputy Dewey.
That's true. But I do like Scooter and Fozzie Bear as well because they're the funny ones. Let's see here.
Well, I suppose it's between you because Blake and I put out our.
I'm going with both. Fans, let us know which ones. You could do Swedish Chef because he has a murderous rage, anyways.
You could. Or Cookie Monster.
Did everybody see the Westworld Cookie Monster that
Yes.
was posted on our Facebook page? Did you see
No,
that?
I missed it.
Yeah, go back and look. Cookie Monster gets in between Bernard and what's the lady's name?
Crap. I for Evan Rachel Wood.
Yeah, Evan Rachel Wood's
Yeah.
character, Westwood. He gets in between them and tries to teach them about respect to each other. It's hilarious. It's set in Westworld.
Oh,
Oh, they also did one Game of Thrones one with
Yes.
Elmo,
Yes.
where Elmo tries to teach Tyrion and Cersei how to be nice to each other.
And they actually have the real character, the actors.
yeah.
That's it makes it fun. Gail Weathers is Miss Piggy. Stuart is Scooter or Pepe or Ratso. And Deputy Dewey, I like Beaker. I could do that.
No Gonzo.
I like Beaker better. 'Cause he's
Gonzo's
so
just one
goofy.
of the people that gets killed earlier in the movie.
I do have a good one, though, just looking at here. The one that played the principal, Henry Winkler's character. I got Floyd Pepper, the band. He has the big mustache. For some reason, I could picture him like as a Henry
picture-
Winkler type
You
guy.
can picture Floyd as a high school principal.
Yeah, I could. I'm going Floyd as that. I want to put Sam the Eagle in here somehow too. He could be caught and wary. The convicted.
Yeah, what?
The convicted one that is innocent.
Oh, yeah, you're just throwing
Played
out,
by Liev Schreiber.
You're just throwing out too many names for a movie I haven't seen in 20 years.
I love Scream. Anyway, so there's your riddle me this.
Obviously.
We'll do a lot better next week and be more prepared.
Sure.
Well, can't prove that. Let's do some News of the Geek.
Only if we've got this whole J-Lo A-Rod thing straightened out.
Come on, Dev, help us.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Per Deadline, Blake's favorite story of the week next to Nicolas Cage singing Purple Rain. XYZ Films has come aboard as an executive producer and co-financer with Grade 5 Films on You Don't Know Me? Know Me?
You don't know me.
Know Me, N-O-M-I. The Jeffrey McHale documentary about the Showgirls movie phenomenon that will have its world premiere in the Midnight section of the Tribeca Film Festival next month. McHale's documentary centers on the odd arc of Paul Verhoeven's 1995 NC-17 look at Vegas dancers, which at the time was met with near unanimous decision by critics and audiences of hatred, basically.
Not me. I adored the movie.
Great film.
I thought it was a great piece of art.
Let's see.
For some reason, I think that word was supposed to be derision.
Maybe. Spelled
Unanimous derision. Unanimous decision.
But the film has inspired an ever-growing fan community and debate. Really?
Yes, it is. They're finally realizing the work of art.
The
that
sex
it
scene
is.
the sex scene in the pool is so realistic.
That's right.
I thought she was having an epileptic seizure in the pool. Let's see
That's
here.
what sex looks like, epileptic seizures.
I think you're doing it wrong.
Never.
Sex in the pool is never a good idea. by the way.
No. But you do get clean with chlorine, so it's okay.
Sure. It's a natural spermicide.
Your kids come out bleached. The made me laugh. The documentary explores Showgirls' legacy, in quotations, and broader implications. It also features the debut of McHale, whose original trailer mashup of Showgirls and Black Swan, oh my God, became a viral hit in the early 2000s and launched the idea for Know Me. The film, quote, the film was a labor of love for Jeffrey,
Labor of love.
Ariana, and Suzanne, and they knocked it out of the park with this deep dive into the fascinating history of Showgirls and Paul Verhoeven, said Arden. You Don't Know Me will premiere April 27th at Tribeca, which this year runs April 24th through May 5th. So there you go. Everybody excited?
The show that, the movie, art piece, visual stunning performance that it was, and the winning Hemingway-ish dialogue.
Elizabeth Berkley is not a good actress.
Yes, she is. Take that back.
Yeah, you did see Saved by the Bell, right?
There's not enough time. I'm so excited. I believed you.
I'm so scared.
How do you think she got her lead in Showgirls?
Well, she did go, from Showgirls to playing a prostitute in Any Given Sunday. So she really showed range in those two films.
That's right, but her depth came in Showgirls.
Wasn't
she got to highlight her
former
dancing
prostitute
abilities.
in Any Given Sunday?
No, he was paying her.
Oh.
He left money on the table. I think the one he wrote a check to her. That doesn't work for Jerry Springer. It's not working for you, Pacino.
So I'm gonna have to watch this.
I actually will watch it just because it's got to be so bad.
It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, sure. They're not actually going to show nudity, right?
What?
What?
You can watch it on, what is it, VH1 has it playing, and they have black bars over their breast all the time. I'm like, this is horrible. Why would you watch this film without the nudity? That doesn't make sense.
Because it's art.
No.
Because there's
It's like watching The Passion
You
of
know
the
what
Christ
they
without
should
the...
do?
There's a broader, deeper statement that you're missing.
Instead of black bars over the boobs, they should black everything else except for the boobs.
And you can
Or
try
they should put black bars over people's faces.
Yeah, over their eyes, so you don't have to look at Elizabeth Berkley when you watch the movie.
or Kyle MacLachlan or whatever his name is.
Oh, he was in that.
Yes,
wasn't
he was. Yes, he was. He was a.
He was eating a piece of pie.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
TV show. Oh. If I have to explain myself, it ain't funny.
This is another Blake. This is a very Blake-centric News of the Geek. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Intern Hackney said thank you for the lack of work he has to do, so he appreciates it.
I only find the best stories for you.
Per UCR.com.
This is another great one.
I completely forgot about this.
I completely forgot about this too, and you learned a lot about it though.
Saturday Night Live. Stay with us here, people, on this one. Saturday Night Live quickly earned a reputation for showing off the hippest names in comedy and music in the early 80s and late 70s. But towards the end of the fourth season, they went into the complete opposite direction as Milton, Mr. Television Berle, look it up, kids, Milton Berle, hosted on April 14th, 1979.
Everyone knows who Milton Berle is. He was the guy in that rat video.
And he has a big penis.
Well, you'll find out.
Show creator Lauren Michaels was against him hosting, was talked into by associate producer Jean Doman.
Jean Domanian.
Dominatrix. I knew we were heading for disaster from minute one, Michael said in the oral history of Live from New York, longest title ever. The complete uncensored history of Saturday Night Live as told by its stars, writers, and guests.
Etc.
Yes. I have great affection for old-time show business, but it become corrupt. That wasn't what it had been. The show was trying to get away from that.
Yeah, they're trying to be hip, new, different, and Milton Berle represented the old guard.
Why are we bringing in the guy who was popular in the 40s and 50s when we're trying to be the 70s and 80s?
Because George Burns was busy.
Yeah. But anyways.
For the first couple of days, the cast was thrilled to be in the presence of somebody who'd been famous since the days of vaudeville. Burl regaled them with all sorts of old stories. And then, quote, and then Milton assumed he was not hosting Saturday Night Live, NBC Vice President for Late Night Rick Ludwin said in the Live from New York show. As Milton sometimes did, he took over the production and tried to make it his own, as opposed to being the host, which you never do. You're a host.
Correct.
During rehearsals, Michaels questioned a few of Burl's ideas. One was a plan for a stagehand to drop a pipe outside of the camera's view during the opening monologue so Burl could fire off a scripted ad-lib. Another was a sketch that took place in an assisted living facility where he decided to upstage Gilda Radner by having food come out of his mouth while she was feeding him. And he said...
Oh, God, can't you see that's funny?
But his rationale was?
Burl said, now you're
He's
getting
the
2
star.
laughs instead of 1. Even though it disrupted the sentimentality of the sketch. Whenever Michaels expressed concern, Burl would condescendingly pat him on the shoulder and say, I know, satire.
Satire?
Satire. Anyways.
Satire?
But now it gets creepy.
Yes. He was almost 71 years
Now
old.
it gets Joe Biden-ish.
I'm right here. Where are you? Stop touching me. Burl also had no problem walking around in his underwear or a bathrobe in front of the cast and crew. He became close to writer Alan Zweibel. And one day the two were talking in Burl's dressing room, and Zweibel mentioned that he had come up with many jokes for Friar Club roast about Burl's famously large penis. That was all Burl needed to stand up and open up his road. Zweibel says he just takes out this anaconda. He lays it on the table. I'm looking at this thing, right? I'm looking into the head of Milton Berle's dick. It was enormous.
It was like pepperoni.
It was like pepperoni. That very moment, as on cue, Radner walked into the dressing room. Burl also has struggled because his opening monologue consisted of old vaudeville-style jokes about Dolly Parton's breast, Puerto Ricans, Arabs,
Arabs.
and homosexuals. Dear God! He closed the show by singing the Kurt Weill standard September song, inserting a breakdown where the pianist switched to "There's no business like
business like show business."
While Burl spoke about his lengthy history in comedy and what it meant to be on live television. Finally, during a commercial break before the performance, he told Michaels he had arranged for a standing ovation from the 10 people in the balcony who had been comped tickets by Burl. You can see it at about the 4-minute mark on the show, following jazz saxophonist Ornette Coleman's performance of Times Square. Michaels told Vulture in 2014, no one else is standing up. It was just bizarre. The idea of this arranged standing ovation is just a part of a show business that we're trying to separate ourselves from. We all get there eventually, I guess. So basically, he comped people tickets and said, give me a standing ovation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Michaels banned Burl from the show, and for decades, the episode was never rebroadcast.
Imagine that.
Eventually, Burl made plenty of worst SNL host ever. but Michael said he can now see where the veteran comic was coming from. He said, I was just not prepared for him. I'm more sympathetic to him now than I was then in 1979. He ruled this place for so many years, and we were the kids telling him no. No, he's still a creepy old man.
No, you know what that means?
What?
It means now people are, offended by what Lorne Michaels is doing.
Yes.
And he's like, no, but this is the way we should do it because this is what we did in the 70s. Satire.
And vaudeville-style jokes about Dolly Parton's breasts, Puerto Ricans, Arabs, and homosexuals. Of course that goes over great.
Well, that sounds great. Especially in New York. That sounds good.
That's probably why it hasn't been shown on TV, because the content's probably deemed,
I wonder if you could find it
not
online.
politically
Well, now I
sensitive.
want to see it.
Not
I know.
politically correct and insensitive to people.
I just like that he had an anaconda.
The pepperoni head.
That is creepy.
My anaconda don't want
none
none
of
unless
that.
you
And of
got
course, on
buns,
cue, that's when Gilda Radner walks in and is like, what the fuck?
Anyway, so there you go. So that's your News of the Geek. Let's get some box office news.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
So apparently this weekend was the worst ever Easter weekend for movies, as I was told earlier in this podcast. And yeah, Hellboy is continuing to not do good. It turned uglier in week 2 as the film was down 68% from a terrible opening, bringing in $3.9 million. A total of $25 million on a $50 million budget. The film is I like this, a full-on box office bomb. Okay. Number 1 this week, The Curse of La Llorona.
La Llorona.
La la la
I thought that's what I said.
La 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 bamba.
It made $26.5 million in its opening weekend on a $9 million budget.
Looks like the trailer's creepy.
I don't even remember what it was.
Spirits. It's in the Conjuring universe,
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
Conjuring.
yeah.
and it's
didn't
taking
watch that
kids
then.
like a
Okay.
spirit takes kids.
And
Yeah.
it's got...
So it's a low-budget horror movie that makes its money back in the
They said it's the
weekend.
lowest of all the Conjuring films, like in the universe.
Yeah.
But they said the other issue is that they never really promoted on the trailers as in the Conjuring universe.
You know, the only thing I know about it is what Jim read last week. So that's where I am. Shazam made another $17.5 million, a total of $121.5 on a $100 million budget. I'm a little surprised that that's not doing better.
It's still doing good.
But I mean, it's 3 weeks now, and it's 121. I mean, the Avengers already sold that much, and they haven't even opened yet.
I think people are still cautious about DC.
They are. Breakthrough made okay. Breakthrough made $11 million, a total of $14.5 on its opening weekend on a $14 million budget.
What's that about?
Is this the religious movie you were
Yeah, about the
complaining
kid
about?
that falls through the ice, he's dead,
Oh,
and then she
yeah,
prays
that's
and he
right.
comes back to life.
I prayed life back into
With
it.
the woman from This Is Us, the annoying character on This Is Us, Kate.
Oh, well, she's not annoying.
I can't stand her.
You're just fat shaming her.
No, it's not that. I just can't stand her. I think she's whiny on the show.
Well, she's a woman.
Down the hall. Down the hall.
Oh, I'm joking. Send all complaints to Blake at Graphic Novice.
Or Jeff Episodic Geek.
You went there.
You know. Some of us still do podcasts.
Number 4 this week, Captain Marvel made $9 million, a total of $400 million on a $153 million budget.
Hell yeah, bitches.
And Little made $8.5 million, a total of $29.5 on a $20 million budget.
Okay.
All right. Not a whole lot is opening this upcoming week, April 26th of 2019. I think we have just one obscure movie listed here called Avengers: Endgame.
Got the narrative. Ralph Fiennes is directing, starring Oleg
Fiennes?
Ivanko
Ralph
as the ballet dancer Rudolph Nureyev and Ukrainian dancer Sergei Poluny and as his roommate.
This is Endgame?
It is inspired by the book Rudolph Nureyev, The Life by Julie
Nureyev.
Kavanaugh. Oh, that's The White Crow. That opens this week, too.
Oh, that's not on my outline.
It's a 2018 British film that's coming over to America this week, so that's a good sign to open.
Well,
Picked a bad
cross
week to
promotion.
open.
Cross promotion.
Or that's not the word I want to say. Counter programming is what I meant to say.
2 hours and 2 minutes.
For that
Counter-programming.
one theater that for whatever reason is being denied Avengers, like the theater I worked at was denied
The Star Wars.
the Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
I think
They need to open something.
it doesn't say how many theaters it's in.
Oh God, I'm assuming it's probably in at least 4 of the 14. 4 of the theaters in our 14 plaques.
No, I meant the White Crow.
Oh,
Avengers is on 4,600 plus.
oh, okay.
No, I was talking the White Crow.
Bang, fuck. I'm
Why,
dead.
yeah, the White Crow's for your significant other that's not into comic book movies.
Mm-hmm.
You say, hey, go see the White Crow. I'll go in Avengers Endgame and wait for me an extra hour.
You can go see the White Crow twice.
Ugh. I don't want to see it once. Ballet. Rather see Breakthrough.
I'd rather see Black Swan again.
Ugh.
All right. Well, I wouldn't mind
scenes
seeing
in
Black
there,
Swan
yeah.
again. Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway,
buy sell.
buy sell. The stock in the career of. We're going to start out this week with Topher Grace.
He's in Breakthrough.
He's got a 57.19. That's $57.19 for a share of Topher Grace stock, compared to Adam Driver at $63.38. I would be selling any Topher Grace stock at $57 and be happy I'm getting $57 for Topher Grace.
Isn't he Venom?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, then I'm buying.
And Adam Driver is a little on the lower side.
I thought that was surprising too.
Surprisingly low.
We have Linda Cardinelli at $51.11.
Yeah.
What's she in?
Okay, Curse of La Bamba.
Ah, okay.
Don't get on the plane.
Freaks and geeks.
Yes. I'm surprised Linda Cardinelli is that high.
I'm just going to buy all the Linda Cardinelli I can.
I'll sell you my shares of Linda Cardinelli
I'll
stock
take 'em.
because
I just realized Hackney didn't even have Kate from This Is Us on here, and she was the main star of Breakthrough.
I just assumed because she probably wasn't on the.
She may not be on Hollywood section. I don't know.
But especially since apparently Thanos snapped Linda Cardinelli out of existence in the Avengers world, so she's not going to be in that movie.
Did you see Brie Larson at the premiere of Avengers?
I did not.
And Scarlett Johansson on their left hand, they had rings, and each ring had a different color of the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's
that was
cool.
cool. And then she had the
Bracelet with the
yeah.
sixth one.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And we also have Ed Helms, who is at $21.77.
Compared to,
Colin Hanks at $25.49.
guess they're not making a Hangover 4. I'll buy Ed Helms.
Yeah, it's kind of low. Ed Helms can still put out a good comedy. I don't know what he might have lined
Penguins. He was the narrator on the documentary Penguins, which I saw.
up. On purpose?
Yeah, we wanted to take my. We wanted to do something for my son's birthday from a couple weeks ago. Like, we never really had a chance. Like, we go as my wife and I take the 3 kids for each one of their birthdays, like as a family unit, to go do something.
Yes. Isn't your 8-year-old too old for a Penguins movie?
He's
9.
9.
Oh, he's 9 now. Your 9-year-old too old for Penguins?
It's a documentary.
Yeah, I feel
My kids really like.
it's a documentary with the guys doing voices. Isn't that what you said?
No.
They're not doing voices.
No. Ed Helms is the narrator. It's a real life documentary from Disney Nature. It was the weakest of the documentary ones. And then we took my 2-year-old because he's never seen a movie in theater. And it's a good one because it was only an hour and 15 minutes. And then we also went to the earliest one, so it was $5 or $6 or whatever. And then there was a lot of families in there. So if he made noise, it didn't matter because there was a lot
Everyone
of
else is
Yeah, and it wasn't loud. Like, a lot of the kids weren't loud, but there was more talking. And my kids really like nature documentaries. Like, they're obsessed with it. So we took it, and it's not the greatest.
It sucked. Oh.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Oh, I didn't mention Linda Cardinelli. We had a comparison to Kristen Bell at $54.
Buy Kristen Bell. What are we buying, Kristen Bell?
Yes, and I will
Hell yeah.
buy as much Kristen Bell as is available.
And Dak Shepard.
Only because it's connected to Kristen Bell.
Yeah, it's like a seizure.
Sure.
Actually, you buy the Kristen Bell stock and then you split it. You split off the Dak Shepard part.
Oh, and then
The
just
stock.
sell that away.
Sorry,
That's
Dak,
right.
you've been sold.
That's right. Corporate raiders.
But I'm doing Without a Paddle too.
That might have been his best role.
I like Without a Paddle. It's not good.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
But-
saying. But it might have been Dak Shepard's best role. I mean, it wasn't punked.
Ugh. Let's do some top 5, Jeff. That music can only mean one thing.
The top 5 list that you said we were going to do right before the music started.
Boardroom is back, bitches.
Oh.
So Boardroom, we're going to do this. Okay, so what? No, nothing.
I even forgot how Boardroom worked.
I don't think we ever
didn't.
I don't even think we figured out how to do it. Anyways, we're moving on. Top 5 this week is top 5 Stephen King film/TV adaptations. He has a lot.
He has a lot.
And you don't have to say this is a good movie compared to the book or anything. Just, your favorite ones.
Yeah, I kind of went a different way. I'm going to let
What'd you do?
know. I kind of went with the worst adaptations
Okay.
because pretty much I had a list of 5 best that were pretty much everybody else's. And I'm like, well, those are the 5 that I saw that I would list as good, and everyone's going to have them.
Okay.
So I decided to take the list.
That's
a little
perfectly
opposite.
fine. That's fine.
I spent a lot of hours researching what my 5 were going to be.
Well, let's see. What's your number 5?
Number 5, after many hours and beers and contemplation, I had to go with The Mist.
Here's the bad thing. I completely forgot about The Mist.
Oh, that would have been on my top 5 best.
There's nothing worse that I can think of than being stranded in a supermarket store
with
those people.
With what's her name,
pretty
Marcia Gay
scary.
Harden. Yeah,
Horrible.
I know. Or how about at the end when when you kill your son and friends and just find
And
out?
realize everything's okay.
Yes. I mean, spoiler alert.
Oops, sorry.
Could have waited 5 minutes. Jeff, what's your number 5? Worst.
My number 5 is The Dark Tower.
Oh, the one with Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba. And I was
That's a pepperoni.
incredibly disappointed by the movie.
I don't know how they thought that was going to work.
Yeah,
didn't think it was
they
that
took
good.
a 7-book series and turned it into a 2-hour movie.
That was an hour and 30 minutes.
Even less than a 2-hour movie.
Seems legit.
It's like they picked out a story plot be in the thing, which apparently most people that I know say it's kind of one of the weaker plots, and turned it into the movie with the name,
it's like-
The Dark Tower.
It's like they went complete Bizarro Jackson. Taking like a
The opposite of Peter Jackson.
like taking
Oh,
a
yeah.
9-hour movie from a 100-page book. The Hobbit.
This would have been 13 days long if it was a Peter Jackson film.
Bizarro Jackson.
My number 5 is The Mist.
Oh, hey,
Did
what
you
a
just
coincidence.
add that? Yes, I
Did you
did.
just steal my
I did.
number
I did.
5?
And I tied it with my other 5, The Green Mile. I like The Green Mile.
You bastard. That was my number 4.
Oh, look at that.
You stole my number 4.
To tie it with your number 5.
The Green Mile we watched a couple weeks ago. We were flipping through and it was on AMC. Got Shawshanked into it.
Yeah.
It's not great,
Yeah, I never really got into Green Mile.
but I liked the books a lot, and then the movie was decent enough. It does. There's some parts that don't age as well, like that cow is bad, but it's still.
I mean, pretty much any part that didn't have Michael Clark Duncan in it was bad.
Number 4, I kind of had a tie. I had It, both the new and the old. I really like them both for what they were. I get the old is not. It doesn't hold up as well, and I did see parts of it like in the last 8 months or so, 10 months.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold up as much, but I love Tim Curry in it, and I think he does a hell of a job. I like the new It. That was creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Skarsgård did a hell of a job as it. especially when they're in the house and he's.
It was creepy.
I mean, it was well done though. I really liked it.
No.
I'm excited to see the second one.
Yeah, if I stuck with my favorite list, it would have been on
The new
list.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my number 4. What's your number 4? Worst. Well, yours is worst. Sorry.
Yeah, mine is worse, and I went with The Running Man.
I like The Running Man.
You never let Arnold Schwarzenegger in a movie that you want to be good.
Sub-Zero.
It turned what's supposed to be, a commentary on our criminal justice system, prison system, and turned it into a laughing joke.
Richard Dawson was in it.
Richard Dawson was the only good part of the movie.
He did kiss Arnold a lot. That was a little awkward. That was, come here, honey.
He was rubbing his shoulders an awful lot.
Yeah, he's not Joe
Smelling
Biden.
his hair.
He's not Joe.
No.
Say, why don't you sit on Uncle Joe's lap? I don't want to. Go away.
I'll be back. Only in a rerun.
Are you smelling my hair?
But
Now I want to see Joe Biden rub Arnold's shoulders.
but
Speaking
anyway,
of
that
that-
was my number 4.
4. What's your number 4?
My number 4, as I said, you stole the Green Mile.
What's your number 3?
Very movie dear to my heart. Stand By Me.
Oh, okay.
That would have been my number 3. if I
Young
went
River
with
Phoenix. Young Will
Smith?
Wheaton.
Whedon.
No. Let me say Smith.
Who's Will Smith?
Welcome to Miami. Way down in Miami where we got the beats going on. Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome
the
to
French
Miami.
Prince.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The French Prince? Oh, I am in Bel Air. Uncle Phil, what are you doing? I don't know. Phil?
I like how he has conversations with himself.
Well? Yes, Uncle Phil, what do you want? Hey, I'm Carlton. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Yeah. So anyway, Stand By Me. Great movie. A lot of young budding actors. Had flourishing careers. Some better than others. But yeah, very nice. I like it.
What's your number?
That was my number 3.
Oh, okay.
We're going back
Yep.
around.
Number 3 for you?
My number 3 is Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, that's bad.
It's
That was bad.
It's the movie that Stephen King directed.
Ooh.
The remake was a lot better.
They remade that.
Candy cane. Candy cane. Well, they kind of remade it. It was the same plot.
Oh,
Is that in
okay.
Showgirls?
The only good part about Maximum Overdrive was the AC/DC soundtrack.
That was it.
That was it. And even Emilio Estevez was terrible in it.
Joyride
Yeah.
with Paul Walker.
Okay.
I don't think it was a straight Maximum Overdrive thing. It was pretty damn close.
It was the Machines Come to Life.
No, this
movie.
was a truck driver that was following them, and the truck kept. Never saw the guy though. There's always the truck.
So
that,
it has nothing to do with Maximum Overdrive.
Candy cane.
All right. For the Tangent Bound Network, Tangent, we need to go online to realestate.com or the Claremont County or the Hamilton County or Covington. What
Okay, what are you talking about now?
Emilio Estevez
Yes.
has moved to Cincinnati, by the way.
Has he?
Yeah, he was on a podcast show talking about moving to Cincinnati, basically just getting fed up with the overpriced, cost of living in Los Angeles, and
Well, that's
moving
because he's
for-
not making money anymore.
Shut up. We got a thing out for him to be on the show.
Oh.
Yeah. So and talking about real estate and houses with character and places to raise your family. He's like, yeah. And he was talking about how he just bought a house in Cincinnati. It's an old 1800s house, and he's refurbishing it, fixing it up. And I'm like, we got to find out where this is.
He just made a movie, The Public. Just was released this month. It was made in Cincinnati at the Cincinnati Public Library.
Yeah, and he was talking about staying here while making that movie and basically falling in love with Cincinnati and like, I want to move out here, back out here.
His dad's from Dayton, so he's
Yeah.
from the area.
Originally from the area.
Is
yeah.
Martin Sheen still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, they have
I was trying to be an ass. I was trying to be,
they have family ties here.
And Charlie Sheen's a huge Reds fan.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He is.
Because his father, I suppose, was a Reds fan, and
Yep.
What's the number? That was your number 3?
that was my number 3.
My number 3 is the old early 80s creep. Go ahead, what?
I was going to say we need to get Hackney to find out where he's
Hackney,
moving
get on it.
into.
Or maybe our Canadian of the Year can do that for us.
Scott, I need you to
Now
figure
he's
out.
got all this extra time on his hands.
Need you to
And
do.
he's sober.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, wait. The former
Yeah,
Canadian
not
of the year.
besotted
Sorry.
Not Exotic Geek. We're talking
I'm
Scott.
getting all my Canadians mixed
Scott is
up.
on the pop culture.
I'm getting all my
I thought you were-
Canadians mixed up.
I thought you were saying now that he has plenty of time because the Maple Leafs were knocked out of the playoffs.
Shut up.
Or the Penguins were knocked out.
Yeah, but that's
Anyway.
Pittsburgh
Anyway.
and not Canada.
I don't know who I'm talking about.
Are you drunk?
No.
Okay.
Do you
wanna
wish
be?
you were drunk?
Yes.
My number 3 is it's creepy. It scared the living bejesus out of me. I loved it though. Salem's Lot, the old 1970s.
I never saw it.
Late early 80s. I mean, miniseries, scary as fuck. Number 2, again,
Hold on. What was that?
Salem's Lot.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That thing was creepy. When the vampire
was-
comes in through the boy
It
comes
was-
through the door
yes, it
window.
was 1970s scary.
Was it? Yeah. Also, number 2. This is it. It definitely is the late 80s, but I loved it. Or early 90s, I should say. Gary Sinise in The Stand. I really love The Stand.
Yeah, I never saw that either.
The comic book series, really well done too. They did a couple different sections of it, and it was really well done. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, The Stand. I love The Stand. Jeff?
My number 2 bad adaptation was Dreamcatcher.
Oh, that was bad. Jason Lee was in it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That's
it
how
was-
good it was. You
Yeah,
forgot.
I forgot he was in it. I remember Wahlberg, not Mark, Donnie Wahlberg,
Oh, I forgot
Oh,
that
my
part. See, I
gosh.
remember Jason Lee.
and I remember Donnie Wahlberg and oh crap, what's his name now?
Was Liv Tyler in that one?
I don't remember now.
I'll get it. I'll find it.
Timothy Oliphant was in that, and some red-haired guy, I think.
The guy from I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
But it was a terrible adaptation.
Oh,
Well,
from Brothers in Arms, or was it
Jason Lee,
World War II?
Donnie Wahlberg, Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane was in it. Yeah.
Tom Sizemore was in it.
Ready
to go.
Band of Brothers guy.
Damian Lewis.
Was he
Yep.
in it?
Yep. And Morgan Freeman.
Oh, Morgan Freeman, you were in a bad movie.
Jason Lee played a guy named Beaver.
Yeah, well, Donnie Wahlberg played Dummets.
Yes, he did. Blake, what's your number 2?
My number 2 was Needful Things.
Wasn't too bad.
I never saw it.
I don't know why it's my number 2. It just is.
I know why it's your number 2.
What's your number 1?
My number 1 should be on everybody's list, as I thought this was a unanimous decision, would be the Shawshank Redemption.
My number 1 favorite film of all time.
Except for
What?
Except for
Jeff,
my list because
he's the
it would have
opposite.
been number 1.
That's right.
But I decided I didn't
Hence
want
the
a
thing.
three-way
You get
tie with number
Shawshanked.
1.
Every
so,
time Shawshank's on, you will have to watch it.
So I made up my own number 1.
I got Shawshanked into watching Armageddon this week.
Yeah, you tweeted that, and I'm angry at you for it.
My question is,
You can't get Shawshanked into watching Armageddon because you're supposed to turn it off right away.
Armageddon did not have the greatest plan.
No, it was
No,
stupid.
It was horrible.
You know, I'm a miner, and I'm telling you, you can't teach astronauts how to mine. You can teach miners how to astronaut, though. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
Sure, I could do
They've
that.
only been working on this for 8 months. You got 2 weeks. Yeah, that sounds good.
And I got Shawshanked with Love and Other Drugs.
Oh,
And I just
Anne
happened
Hathaway.
to turn it on, and Anne Hathaway's like naked. I'm like, what?
She's in that movie naked 40% of it. Like
I'm
40% of the
holy
movie is naked.
moly.
Yeah. My wife years ago wanted to go see that. I said, sure, let's go.
Let's go.
And then
And
she
she
realized
said,
why you
why
were
is,
so.
why is your hand in your popcorn the entire time?
Why is Pee Wee Herman next to you?
And then Jason had to wait about 15 minutes after the movie before he could stand up.
That's not butter on the popcorn.
Anyway, my number 1 worst adaptation is Lawnmower Man.
No, that was bad.
It was so bad that Stephen King sued to have his name taken off.
Did he
of it.
win?
Yes.
Wow.
So it's not technically a Stephen King adaptation, but the only thing it has in common is a title.
That was Matthew Frewer, wasn't it?
No. Matt Fuhrer was,
He was in Stand. The Stand.
yeah, but he was, Max Headroom is who you're thinking of, not the Lawnmower Man. Lawnmower Man and Max Headroom were not the same
No,
people.
yeah, they're different.
No, it was Pierce Brosnan was the scientist.
Jeff
and,
Ferry. Fahey, Jenny Wright, Jeffrey Lewis, and Austin O'Brien.
Sure.
Just like, yeah.
Thank you.
And Fahey, I think, is how his name is
Oh,
pronounced.
okay.
Not
Well, until he
Fahey.
comes on the show.
Or I'm wrong.
34% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That high.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, the movie might have been better than the book. The book was about some guy who cut grass who killed people with a lawnmower.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Made $32 million domestically on a $10 million budget.
I saw it in the movie theater.
Did you?
But that's because after watching Austin Powers, or was it Austin Powers, or maybe it was Scooby Doo. We watched some movie and then snuck in to watch the Lawnmower Man.
No,
So I didn't actually pay to see it.
Wayne's World was also out, too.
So then it was Wayne's World.
Okay.
That
You know, the one thing about Stephen King is, he's got so much stuff out there. It's almost like he would write a lot of the stuff and throw it against the wall and see what would stick.
yeah.
Pretty much. Would you agree?
Yeah.
It's like, I got this contract. I got to write 5 books. There you go.
Yeah.
And that's what I'll even say. So like the Shawshank Redemption, the movie's better than the book.
Yeah, the book is short, too. It's a short story,
it's
isn't
It's a novella.
Yeah.
In the one of the few I read that novella, they had The Body, which became Stand By Me, and Apt Pupil, which they made a movie of that I never saw the movie version of. But
Yeah. I do have some honoraries.
Well, time out. On Lawnmower Man, just some fun
Yeah.
facts.
Fun facts.
Came out on VHS and Laserdisc on August 26, 1992.
Laserdisc.
And
I think it might have been the best-selling laser disc of all time.
New Line released an unrated director's cut at 141 minutes on Laserdisc or VHS.
Why?
Don't know.
Too lazy to edit.
It was released on VCD in 1996.
I don't even know what that is.
I
What
don't
is
either.
VCD? VCD where you can download
Video
That was like
CD.
the video download.
Oh,
Yeah, that was like video
Compact
downloads.
disc,
when you
digital
can do it.
video. Yeah. And then let's
how
see.
many
VCD
compact
player.
discs would you need to have to?
They
play the
compressed the
movie?
film down.
Yeah, you would need.
Yeah, that's called DVD.
No, you would need a VCD player,
Yeah, but
like a real player.
I mean, there's just not a whole lot of space on a CD to, I think, fit a full movie.
It's a home video format and the first format for distributing films on standard 120 millimeter optical discs. Is widely adopted in Southeast Asia and superseded the VHS and Betamax systems in the area.
Okay, does it say how many movies you could get on, or how many discs it would take to put on a full movie?
No.
Yeah,
Comply
But
with the
that- but
CDI
that-
bridge format.
but that makes sense. When I did get bootleg movies, I had to download a VCD player. Now that I know it comes from Southeast Asia,
Yeah,
it makes perfect sense.
I mean, you weren't bootlegging anything.
No, I was just watching bootleg. I mean,
Anyway, so there you go. What's your honorable mentions?
I put a lot of time into these honorable mentions.
Go
so
ahead.
I wanted to share them before somebody stole them.
Uh-huh.
Misery,
Oh, I did like
and there was The Stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Misery was pretty good.
Misery probably would have been the fifth one on my list.
Jim had some. He had The Mist, The Green Mile, Stand By Me, Needful Things, Shawshank Redemption, and honorable mentions of of Misery and The Stand. Let's see here.
Good
Doctor
list. I like Jim's list.
Yeah.
Solid list.
Doctor Number One.
better than mine.
Doctor Number One had The Mist, The Running Man, The Dead Zone movie, Shawshank Redemption, and number one, It and The Stand, the miniseries from 1980s. Brian Auer had only one on my list and usually forgotten, Shawshank Redemption.
Usually forgotten.
Originally entitled Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption.
That was the title of the novella.
And let's see here. Sorry. From Stork, Besotted Geek, quitter. He had Shawshank, The New It, Stand By Me, The Old Pet Cemetery, and Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
I'm surprised we didn't hear more Shinings, to be honest. I particularly didn't care for the movie.
I
but
didn't either.
I think a lot of people did, so I was...
Let's see here. We also had from the Lily Pot Standish, from the Lily Pot, at the Lily Pot.
All
New
right.
one. New listener. Love the Langoliers, as it was brilliant for novelty value, at least. Not going to lie, I like It's So Bad It's Brilliant movie, so that was a great adaptation for me. And it was, because of Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah, he's one of your favorites for some reason.
I do like him. Anyways, let's see what else we had.
Oh, that's all they had was the Langoliers?
Oh, no, she also had The Stand, Lonesome Death of Jordi Verrell, which was part of the Creepshow television show.
Creep Show. Was that the one with the moss?
What?
Oh, Stephen King starred in his own Creep Show first movie adaptation. The skit where it was like the moss from outer space that started growing over everything, and he touches it, and he starts turning into a moss man.
Oh.
I thought there might have been an outside chance you'd have Creepshow on your list.
I do like Creepshow, but it's not. It's still not.
It's a little goofy.
Sister Carolyn had Dolores Claiborne. Don't think this will make most lists, but I like the movie. Misery, The Shining, Stand By Me, and The Shawshank Redemption. Honorable mentions: Green Mile and It, only because the story is not yet finished, the new one. And from Nisi at Nisi 72, she had Christine, Pet Sematary, the original, The Shining, the movie, not the TV version, Carrie, the original, and It, the original, but my husband likes the new one better. So there you go. Jeff, what are you doing September 20th through the 22nd?
I'm going to the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Hell yeah, you are. Did you see who was just announced?
I did. Jewel State.
Yes, from Firefly.
So that's at least 3 Firefleans.
Yes.
Is that the proper term?
Yes, that's what I'm going. I'm going
Okay.
with that. And who else is going to be there from Firefly?
Let me get this straight. Sean Mayer. I can't pronounce his name.
Alan
I
Tudyk.
apologize. I forgot Alan Tudyk.
And?
Marina Baccarin. So 4.
4.
4.
We need Jane.
Jane?
Jane. Jane. Marsha.
Adam Baldwin?
Yeah, September 20th through the 22nd. Take a look. A lot of big names are going to be announced here in the next couple weeks. So you can get your tickets there at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Hobie will be there.
We will.
So you can follow our page or Cincinnati Comic Expo. And before we head out, bad idea of the week, number 38. Not getting tickets to the Cincinnati Comic Expo this year because Firefly is going to be there, damn it.
A lot of it.
Lot of it.
Love it.
And lots of Star Wars characters, too. Blue Leader is there. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Yeah. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, it's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Hey, hooligans, this is Michael
This is Michelle.
This is Jeremy.
from Who the What Now?
The show about
Strange stories from the internet.
And Bigfoot came over and beat his ass. He knocked him around a little bit, and he just kind of went limp, and Bigfoot left.
pop culture.
Jean-Claude Van Clam.
I thought,
Jean-Claude
I
Van
thought you were
Clam
gonna-
was supposed to be the alien in Predator. And did a jump splits and ended up with his bash right in the dude's face.
That's his
Do I
move.
get the part?
In our crazy lives.
I'm like, oh, there's a cat on my back. And then all of a sudden, I feel something. I feel a furry paw go down my ass crack. Just slide right down my ass crack. I was like, what are you doing?
You can catch us on all your favorite podcast applications,
Spotify,
iTunes,
Libsyn,
iHeartRadio,
Stitcher.
your mamas, and wherever else they have quality podcasts.
So don't miss out on the next
Who the What
Now?
Addendum. Titles for the show.
Oh, what do I have? I have Are You Smelling My Hair? I have Party Like It's 1999. I Can't Stand Up.
I can't stand up.
Freak My Father-in-Law Out. Speaking of Asses. And Backdoor Spider.
I have it made $0. I'm an idiot. Don't get on the plane. Like a seizure. And The French Prince.
Jeff has a better list.
I do. I agree. I agree.
Really? Because I was a little disappointed at all my choices.
I'll be honest. I did not bring my A game for titles this week.
Backdoor Spider it is.
No.
Backdoor.
Why can't you do Backdoor Spider?
If we were on Pornhub, sure.
8 legs. What was the other one?
Freak My Father-in-Law Out. Speaking of asses.
Keep
I
going.
Can't Stand Up.
I like the I can't stand up.
or are you smelling my hair?
There you go.
Are you smelling my hair?
You know, by the time people get around to listening to this, he may have announced his presidency.
Yes,
Candidacy.
Thursday. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
You've been listening to Hobie.